During one of the most powerful periods of the Roman Empire, the 2nd century AD, Britain was still a wild and dangerous land. Rome had not fully subdued. Marshy terrains, mist-covered valleys, and the northern regions ruled by fierce tribes that rejected Roman authority made the province a constant headache for the empire. For this reason, Rome sent one of its most experienced units to maintain order in Britain, Legio IX Hispana, the 9th Hispana Legion. This legion had previously fought alongside Julius Caesar in Gaul and served on many critical fronts of the empire. It was known for its discipline, ruthlessness, and exceptional combat skill. Yet the last official record of the legion dates to AD 117. After that, the 9th Legion disappears completely from Roman archives. Their name never appears again. No documents, no commander reports, no archaeological traces. Nothing explains their fate. So how could a professional army of 5,000 soldiers vanish without leaving a single trace? Roman sources say the 9th Legion was assigned to suppress uprisings in northern Britain. The Picts, who lived in what is now Scotland, posed the greatest threat to Roman control. These warriors, who hid in forests and painted their faces blue, fought in a style Roman legions were unaccustomed to: strike fast, disappear, strike again. A psychological warfare that wore the Romans down. According to some researchers, the 9th Legion walked straight into a massive ambush as it advanced into this dangerous territory. Arrows raining from the forest, heavily armored soldiers sinking in the mud, traps set in narrow valleys. In this theory, the Romans were destroyed piece by piece before they could form a proper battle line. But even in such a scenario, many bodies, weapons, or shields should have been found. Yet no trace was ever discovered, suggesting the ambush theory alone may not explain what truly happened. Another theory is far more provocative, that the Roman Empire deliberately covered up this disaster. The complete annihilation of a legion was a major humiliation for Rome. To prevent enemy tribes from gaining courage, the empire may have erased the event from history. In some inscriptions, the 9th Legion's name is scratched out. In some lists, it is crossed through. This strengthens the possibility of an official censorship. Still, this idea is not definitive. Rome often documented defeats in detail. One of the most intriguing theories claims the legion did not disappear in Britain at all. Some historians argue that the 9th Legion was withdrawn from Britain and sent east to Mesopotamia, where it may have been wiped out during an uprising. Indeed, the eastern provinces were unstable during those years, yet no concrete military records support this. There are no documents confirming the legion's transfer. A few years after the legion vanished, Emperor Hadrian ordered the construction of Hadrian's Wall, which still stands today. The wall symbolized Rome's decision to stop pushing northward. Some suggest the wall was built because of the 9th Legion's destruction, and that Rome's withdrawal from the region was directly linked to their disappearance. Excavations, documents, archives, none offer a definitive answer. After nearly 2,000 years of research, the fate of the 9th Legion remains a mystery. Perhaps they perished in a fog-shrouded forest. Perhaps they were victims of a truth buried deep within Rome's darkest records. Or perhaps they vanished in an unwritten battle, swallowed by the dust of history today. Some villagers in northern Britain claim that when the mist settles over the woods, they can hear the clinking of armor. Of course, these are only legends, but the mystery of the 9th Legion continues to stir the imagination, surviving as a haunting echo of a forgotten past. One of the earliest hints came from a weathered stone tablet found near the ancient fortress of Eboracum, modern-day York. Its inscriptions were almost erased by time, but a trained eye could still make out the faint outline of a legionary standard. More mysterious was the phrase below it, "Fugit sed non victus," fled but not defeated. Who carved this? A survivor? A witness? The stone offered no answers. In the forests of Caledonia, where the Picts once roamed, excavation teams discovered remnants of a Roman encampment that should not have existed. The layout matched Roman military architecture, but it was incomplete, hastily built, as if thrown together during a desperate retreat. Scattered among the ruins were broken helmets, bent pila, and a single shield bearing the faded emblem of Legio IX. Yet again, there were no bodies. This absence puzzled experts even more. Battlefields always leave remains, bones, mass graves, signs of hurried burials. But here it was as if the soldiers had simply vanished. Folklore from the region offers another angle. Ancient Pictish carvings depict rows of armed men marching into the mists, surrounded by strange symbols believed to represent spirits or otherworldly forces. Some interpret these images as records of a real battle. Others think they may reflect how the Picts viewed the disappearance, an event so large it entered their mythic memory. But among all the legends, one tale stands out: the Night of Silent Spears. According to local stories passed through generations, a great storm once rolled across the highlands. Thunder shook the earth, and strange lights glowed in the sky. Villagers who ventured out the next morning claim they saw hundreds of footprints, sandaled Roman footprints, leading into a narrow gorge. Yet no footprints came out. Archaeologists dismiss these stories as superstition, but some researchers point to a curious detail. Many Roman accounts from the era describe unexplained weather events in northern Britain, storms so violent that even seasoned soldiers wrote of them with fear. Could the legion have been trapped by a natural disaster? Flooded valleys, collapsing cliffs, landslides that buried an entire army? It sounds unlikely, but nature has swallowed civilizations before, and if the land reclaimed their bodies, it might explain the haunting silence in the archaeological record. Meanwhile, Roman administrative records present a different mystery. Shortly after the legion vanished, supply shipments to the north abruptly stopped. Payroll lists for Legio IX were terminated without explanation. In some official documents, the legion's name was scratched out as though someone had attempted to rewrite history itself. This suggests not only a disaster, but a deliberate attempt to conceal it. Why would Rome hide such a catastrophe? The answer may lie in the empire's precarious politics. At the time, uprisings simmered across the provinces and the emperor's authority was questioned. News that an entire legion had been wiped out by tribal warriors would have been devastating, not only to morale but to Rome's image of invincibility. Erasing the legion from the record may have been an attempt to maintain control. Yet the most haunting theory is also the simplest, that the last members of the Ninth Legion did survive, but not as soldiers of Rome. Some believe that, cut off in hostile territory, the survivors integrated with local tribes. Over generations, their culture disappeared into the Celtic world, their identity dissolved, their weapons repurposed, their language forgotten. If true, then the legion was not destroyed, but transformed, leaving no trace except bloodlines scattered throughout Scotland today. The mystery remains one of history's most enduring puzzles. Every new discovery seems to open as many questions as it answers. The fate of the Ninth Legion lingers like a ghost, an unfinished chapter, a riddle carved into the stones and mists of ancient Britain. Perhaps somewhere, beneath layers of earth and centuries of silence, the truth still waits. But until it is found, the legend of the Lost Legion continues to grow. Half history, half myth, forever marching just out of reach.